Throughout this tutorial, I'll be giving you a quick tip on how to use a reverse snare in your drum track. The way this works is a reverse snare is sounded before the interval of the main snare in your main drum track, and it gives a good dynamic and a good feel of the snare and the flow. So let's take a little look at that, how I've built mine. I've imported a clap sound, a clap sample WAV, into my NXT, and that's just onto my mixer and the combinator. And I've put my play mode from, it's usually default forward, scroll all the way up to backwards, and you'll hear it sound something like this. And what you'll notice is that at the start there's a large gap before anything's sounded, and because we're in backwards mode, we usually change the start if there was a gap at the start of the sample, but because we've flipped it backwards, you're going to bring the end down just a little bit until you find where that point is, and we can clear up that silence. So we've got the note or sample being sounded as soon as the key is pressed. So my gap's getting slightly smaller now as we go along. You keep scrolling down on that. Get in there, get in there. There we are. As you can hear, when I click or when I press the key on my keyboard, the sound is triggered immediately. So find out whereabouts your snare is in your track. Mine happens to be there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my little reverse snare just up to that point. And as you can hear, it just gives a smooth feel up to the snare, just a little kick up to the snare. However, I would say don't use this technique for every bar because it will become a little bit samey. Also, if you want to use this technique for a reverse bass drum as well and give an ascent towards a bass drum, that'll work, the exact same technique as well. Okay, so there we have it, the reverse snare. Remember to keep a look on makemeaproduce.com for more tutorials.